Okay. So welcome, good morning. We're gonna start in a seat, a little bit different today. So as you sit, a lot of times we kind of find that crisscross shin over shin. See if you can make it a little bit wider, ankle in front of ankle, and kind of tuck those toes behind the shin that's in front, the calf that's in front, and let the knees drop out. If it's already a little uncomfortable, you can prop up the hips, sitting up on a block or a pillow. And we'll switch sides at some point, so it doesn't matter which ankle is in front. But just allow the hips to drop out. Maybe the hands come to rest just right on top of the knees. And just start to notice how you've arrived. Just check in, how you're feeling. And then even keeping the eyes closed, keep the length through the spine. Walk the hands forward of the shins as far as you can go with still keeping the tailbone heavy, and drop the chin, the head, relax the back of your neck, and see if you can light up more stretch in the hips. And here you find just a few moments to kind of explore this space, staying really close to your breath still. And taking your next breath in, walk the hands back toward the shins, sit up tall. And just starting to reach the arms up. Press the palms together, let the fingers interlace, and then palms press up to the sky. That's just a little wave side to side with the hands. Open the ribs, shoulders. And let the hands reset back to the knees and switch the lace of your legs. Just kind of cross opposite ankle in front. Reset the heels. Feel the hips drop out. Notice the difference on this side. It might be a little tighter or looser. Breathe into the chest, the belly. Let it out. And big breath into the nose. Feel the lips out through the nose. Feeling the length through the spine. And use the exhale to just walk the hands forward. Find the stretch through the hips. Relax the shoulders, the neck. The chin is tucking. Just exploring this side. It might look like a few neck rolls or kind of shimmies of the shoulders side to side. Big breath in through the nose. Stay for the exhale out through the nose. And starting to walk the hands back. Palms reach up, big stretch. Interlacing the fingers, lift the palms up. Just little side stretches. See if you can really peel the ribs away from the hips. And as you come up to the top, reaching the palms forward, round the spine, tuck the chin. Take it back up. 2 more just like that. As the hands reach up, you'll release them and start to bring the hands forward. Maybe you can roll right into your tabletop from here. Set yourself up. Palms, knees grounded as the shoulders and hips stack right on top. And then dropping the belly, let the heart, the tailbone lift, scoop out the back, and then press the ground away, round the spine, tuck your chin. Breath in, open up. Breath out, tuck and roll back. 1 more cat-cow. As you come back to neutral, find that tabletop And then just starting to bend the elbows, lowering just the chest, just the chin. Hips stay where they are. Once the chest lands, feel the triceps light up, charge the heart forward as the hips slither to the ground. You're in a little baby cobra. And then tuck the toes, shift into that table, and then back to downward facing dog. And we find some length here through the back body. Feel the calves, the hamstrings. You might have a nice micro bend in the knees or a big bend. Breath in through your nose and out through the nose. Now looking forward, take some small steps. Travel to the top of your mat. Once you arrive, a little softness in the knees to allow yourself to hinge further forward into your fold. Again, the softness through the neck, shoulders. And find a halfway lift from here. Long spine, you breathe in and just fold forward, exhale. Breath in, rise all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. As you exhale, turn the palms down and out like a capital letter T. And exhale, press the ground. In breath, draw the palms together to your heart. Do that again. Breath in, rise up. Palms turn out and down, swoop down. Hands to the heart, breath in. Good. Exhale to lower, in breath to sweep. And this time, interlace the palms, flip them up, and take a little side stretch. Come back up to center. Take it the other way. Come back up to center. Let the hands release out to the side. Swan dive your body forward. Take a halfway lift. Breath in. Use the exhale. Plant the hands. Step the feet back. Top of your plank. Maybe you shift forward and the knees drop. Elbows bend a third or halfway. And then pull the heart forward. Untuck the toes. A little baby cobra or maybe a full upward facing. And then tucking the toes. Shifting back. Downward facing dog. We reset the breath here. Inhale and exhale. And breath in through the nose. Exhale, feel the heels drop closer to the ground. And then look forward. Take a little walk. Find the feet at your hands, forward fold. And then start to find that halfway lift. Breath in. Exhale, soften. In breath, rise up, arms sweep high. Use the exhale, just press down and out. In breath, collect the hands to your heart. This time, interlace the fingers and press down. Push energy toward the ground. Swoop the palms up in front, overhead, side stretch. Back to center, other way. Come up through center, release the palms out, exhale, swan dive forward. In breath, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, feet back, shifting forward, knees up or down as you lower. Elbows hug in, pull the heart through, upward facing. Tucking the toes, shifting up and back, down dog. Reset the breath. Make this down dog feel like home base, right? Spread through the fingers. Let the hips hike up. Torso toward the thighs. Soft neck. Now look forward. Maybe it's steps or hops, but you find the top of your mat. Feet come forward. Deep fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press the hands out and down. Hands to the heart, breath in. Interlace the fingers, press the palms toward the ground. Keep the bind and lift the arms up overhead. Side stretch. Back to center. Other way. And rise up. Swan diving down. This time, collect the hands behind the calves. Maybe they creep up to your lower back. Interlace the fingers and point the knuckles up to the sky as you draw the shoulder blades together. Soft neck. If the bind is too much, you might just reach the arms up and back so you can open the collarbones. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Halfway lift, you breathe it in. Exhale, plant the palms. Step, step back. Shifting forward. Knees up or down as you lower. Upward facing or baby cobra, inhale. Tuck the toes. Shift it back. Downward facing. Breathe here. Good. In through the nose and out through the nose. Take a look forward. Little steps or a hop to the top. Body folds in half. And again, just wrapping the hands behind the calves if you can. See if that can help deepen your forward fold. If it felt good to interlace the fingers, you can do that behind your back. Peel the knuckles up. Tailbone reaching to the sky. One more big breath here. Exhale, release the hands. And inhale, roll it up to stand. Now let the palms stay up overhead and make a little mudra here, temple mudra, like you're pointing a gun at the sky. I like to call it Charlie's Angels mudra. And then sink down in the hips. So you kind of sink for the chair. Keep those biceps framing your face. Good. Inhale, just stand up, shoot the fingers up, and then sink back down. Do that again, breath in, rise. Exhale, sink. And see about taking the gun forward. And this time as you stand, point it up, squeeze the glutes, reach. Sink down, point forward. Open up the back. Do that 2 more times. Breath in, breath out. Good, 1 more time, reach up. Exhale, point forward. Can pause in this squatty, low chair. You might even separate the heels more so you can find more depth. Really pulling the shoulder blades apart. Good, inhale, release the hands, stand all the way up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Half lift, breath in. Exhale, hands come down, feet go back. Find that vinyasa, shift forward, lower. Upward facing, big pull. Down dog, exhale. And you feel the down dog, you breathe, you feel the shoulders, the hips. And as you take the next breath in, right leg up to the sky. And you've got this 3-legged dog. You might bend the knee, roll the hip around. Just a couple of kind of hip mandalas here. You make some circles. If it feels good, you'll draw the heel towards your left glute. Maybe start to tip into that wild thing. The foot will land. You might kind of drop the hips, crunch in, and burst open, breathing in. Flip it back over, and then point those right toes back up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee forward. Plant the foot. Let the back heel drop. Set up your warrior 1. Arms up. Now warrior 1's funny because your left hip sometimes rolls out. Do your best to roll the inner thigh, the hip bone in and forward. Front right knee over the pinky toe. And it's a back bend, right? Shine your heart up to the sky, reach and open. There's equal weight here in your feet. The outside edge of your left foot and the heel and the big toe mound of your front foot. Right, so feel the turning, the squaring, the lift. And then start to sweep the arms behind you. Strap or interlace the fingers. Puff up your chest. Hinging into your humble warrior bow. Right shoulder, inner right thigh. We're going to turn this into a revolved half moon. You'll release the left hand next to the right foot. Roll to the ball of the left foot. Lift the heel and open up the right arm. So you've got your right foot and your left fingers helping you balance. Open up the heart, Squeeze the left glute. Those toes are pointing at the floor. Good. As you exhale, hands come to the ground. Back left toes land. Float the right leg back. Maybe keep it floating. Shift forward. Low push-up. Upward facing. Breathe it in. Down dog. Here you have the left leg. Lift it up. Draw some circles. Feel the hip joint. Weight is even in both hands. Option to take the heel toward the right glute. Use the weight to hinge you over. Hips to the sky. A little crunch maybe. You burst back up. You flip it back over. Left leg is up. Draw the left knee in. Plant the foot. Drop your back heel. Set up the warrior one. You've got a few extra breaths to set it up, right? So feel the direction your hips are facing. If that left knee is caving in, make sure it's out toward the pinky toe. Really feel that stack, that strength. Draw the left hip back. Roll the right hip in. And then lift out of the hips. Ribs rise, heart lifts. Shoulder blades pull together. Breathe here. Let the hands come back behind you. Interlace the fingers or grab a strap. Open the heart. And tip, bow forward, humble warrior. And this might be where that left hip sneaks forward. Pull it back. Stay squared. Softness through the neck. Revolved half moon. Let that right hand come down. Right heel pops up. Breathing in to expand, to open, to lift the back leg. Big breath. Exhale, hand comes down, toes land. Float that left leg way back. Low push-up. Upward facing. Tuck the toes, send it back. Downward facing dog. Right leg, pick it up. Now just one hip roll and draw the knee forward. Curl it in, plant the foot, drop your back heel. Warrior one. Humble warrior, set it up, bow forward. Inhale, revolved half moon, fingers down, left heel up, right arm opens. And then here we're gonna add on dropping into a pyramid shape. So you'll start to drop the back left foot about 4 feet behind your front foot. Hands will come to frame the right foot. Your right leg is long, drawing back. And you might notice here, your front ankle kind of is in line with your back ankle. Those back toes are pointing at the top left corner. You want to make sure that heel is grounded, right? So if you've got to shorten up the stance, do it. Feel like blocks under your hands? Great. But fold your body over your long right leg. Breathing into the belly of your hamstring. And it's going to be a slight tipping forward, slight rebending of the right knee to come into half moon. Fingers come down, left side body bursts up. Blossom those left fingers and hips and toes up to the sky. Breath in. Skandasana, nice and easy. Left leg will land to the back. The weight will shift to that back left hip. Really controlled here, yes? You lengthen the inner right thigh. You feel the weight back into the left heel. And then inhale. Make that little Charlie's Angels mudra, like you could kind of blast the screen. As you breathe in, pivot, lunge to the back of your mat, lift the arms. So you're keeping that little mudra here. Your index fingers and your thumbs are loose. Rest of the fingers are bound. Good. Your breath in is this lunge. Your breath out, warrior three with these arms. Keep them. Biceps frame your face. Back heel lifts up. Hug the belly in. Breathe. Take another big breath here. Big exhale. High karate. Right knee to your chest. The arms can release and just reach up. Take one big inhale. As you exhale, just step back, land the hands, and float that left leg back. Low push-up. Up dog. Downward facing. Left leg, peel it up. One big hip roll. Knee comes forward, down the spine, plant the foot. Back heel drops, warrior one. Hands to the low back. Humble warrior, exhale, bow. Inhale, revolved half moon. Right fingers down, right heel up, left arm open. Adding the pyramid, let the back foot drop. Shift the weight as you pull back through the left hip and lengthen the left leg. Finding your pyramid, you've got extra time in this little bit to find the ankles lined up, those toes facing that back right corner, the length through the hamstring. Here's where we're gonna shift a little bit of weight forward, slight bend through the left knee, left fingers come down. Use your core strength to peel those right limbs. Pick them up. Sprout open. Block under the hand is perfect. Skandasana, soft landing. Right foot drops, weight shifts like a ninja to that front of your mat. Left toes are up. Inner thigh gets a stretch. Keep drawing the right hip back and make your little Charlie's Angels mudra. Breathe in, turn, lunge to the front, right knee is bent, arms are up. Can you keep those biceps at the ears? And tip, warrior three, exhale. Take a few breaths here. Hug the belly in, you are a capital letter T. Draw the back knee up to your chest. High karate as you breathe in. Exhale. Take the toes, stamp them to the back. Hands land, right leg floats. Low push-up. Upward facing. Down dog. Exhale. Right leg, peel it up, breath in. One big hip roll. Knee to your nose. Plant your foot. Warrior one, rise up. Humble warrior, tip it, bow it. Revolved half moon. Left fingers down, left heel up. Open the right arm. Pyramid. Ground the hands, ground the flying foot. Long right leg. Half moon, crawl forward, right fingers down. Left limbs up. Skandasana, exhale, the left leg lands and bends. Point that temple mudra forward. Shift to your high lunge at the back. Warrior three, keep the arms. Pick up the back leg, hug the belly in. Good, right knee comes up, arms release. Figure four, ankle hooks the thigh and you sink. Now pausing in this figure four, got a couple of options here. You're gonna sink low, hands to your heart. Maybe you take your right arm and snake it through that little gap that you've made and then peel open through the left arm. You might stay there. You might decide to just keep the hands at your heart and work depth. Maybe the shin and the elbows are a little joined up here. Or if you're feeling like you can get low enough, hands come down. You make a shelf with your triceps for the shin bone. Wrap your right toes around the arm and shift forward. Maybe you can pick up the back toes for just a second, right? You try on this Ekapada Galvanasana. And if you can get them up, See what happens. Maybe start to shoot the leg back. Or play around with it. Give yourself a breath or two right here. If you're good to reset that figure four, use the in-breath. Come back up to that high karate and shift back. Toes will land, hands will land. Float the left leg, rinse it off. Vinyasa, up dog. Downward facing. Left leg, pick it up. Big circle. And then pull the knee forward. Round the spine, plant the foot. Back heel is down, warrior one. Hands to the low back. Humble warrior, exhale, bow. Revolved half moon. Right fingers down, right heel pops up. Open that left arm. And then land your pyramid. Foot comes down, weight shifts. Draw the left hip back, fold. Regular half moon, shift forward. Left fingers down, right body up. Skandasana, soft ninja landing to the top. Right leg has your weight. Breathe in. Get that little gun going. Shift to the top. High lunge. Biceps frame the ears. Hinge. Warrior three, exhale. How karate, breath in, knee up. Figure four. You never have to go anywhere else. If you want, left hand can work its way down towards your right ankle. And you open up the right arm. Try it if you hate it. Maybe try it again. Or you come back to a deeper figure four. Now the deeper figure four doesn't happen because your chest is here. It happens because you're low in the right leg. So try that on. If you're looking for that arm balance, connect your triceps to your shin bone. Come forward, hands are down, elbows hug in. Wrap the left toes around your right tricep. Shift forward. Maybe the toes lift. Maybe it's just a little seesaw today. Try something. See what happens. Reset the figure four when you're ready. Knee will rise up. High karate. Exhale, toes back. Hands down. Float the right leg back, low push-up. Upward facing stretch. Down dog, exhale. Big breath out. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Look forward. Walk the feet forward. Deep fold. Hands behind the calves. Get low. You find that release for the mid back, the low back, maybe the upper back. You can interlace the hands at your back and find the pull of the shoulders together. And as you're ready, release the hands. Shift the weight forward into the balls of your feet. And then start to sink the butt down. Now as you land, we're gonna work a little bit of core that's gonna set us up for our next sort of peak pose. So you can kind of lean back, draw the knees towards each other, and then hug the shoulders back. Now if you can keep the shoulders engaged, pulling back, again, make that little temple mudra, Charlie's Angels mudra, and breathe. Now you already might feel some stuff light up. If you can lean back a little bit more on the sit bones, you might float the heels. If they're floating and the legs are engaged, maybe you lengthen the legs out, like you're pointing at your big toes. Close to your breath here. Feel what lights up in your core. Now, if you can keep the mudra and the length, start to lower the heels and reach biceps towards your ears. Keep the low belly grounded, the low back grounded. And you're gonna start to come back up. See if you can come and tap toes to fingers. Lengthen back out, come back up. Whew. Now, if you need to take the length out of it, maybe the knees bend and you tap the toes that way. If the arms are too much, just keep them reaching forward. 4, 3, 2. Good, last one. And you cross the ankles, come up to seated. Come forward, hands down. Release into that tabletop. Breathing here. Now, if you've got those hips over the knees, really hug the belly in, breathe. And start to drop the forearms. Now you'll know you're in the right space if you can kind of grab your opposite biceps and you've got just the right amount of space that your elbows are in line and you come back to that 11. Keep the fingers spread, grip the earth, tuck the toes, hike the hips up. So you're here in this dolphin plank. Walk the feet forward. Keep the head lifted. It's not a headstand. But drive down into the forearms. Feel the shoulders charge up. Maybe walk the feet back to a regular forearm plank. Walk the feet forward. Pipe the hips up. And if you're here, maybe you lift a leg. You find this kind of three-legged dolphin. Maybe you decide to take a couple hops. You see if you can catch a little air and maybe take this right up into a forearm stand. If you're like, I just want to work my core, you can walk back and forth or just hold the dolphin or the forearm plank. If you kicked up one leg, trying on the other here. See what you can do. Maybe you scissor kick, switching legs in the air. Right, play around. You've got about 4 more breaths to do whatever feels right. When you're ready to release, come back to that forearm plank. Lower the hips, untuck the toes, Sphinx pose. Stretch the core as you draw the heart forward, this active pulling of the elbows back. Good, release it. Palms climb back under the shoulders. Press through your tabletop. Walk the hands back to your knees, come up to kneeling. You're gonna keep the knees 6 to 8 inches apart, hands to your lower back. Now I point my fingers down, yours might be up. Either way, wherever you can draw the elbows towards each other, that's what you're looking for, more opening through the front line. Now there's a belt buckle here and a magnet drawing your hip bones forward, forward, forward. That's where this comes from. To find your camel pose, hinge the hips forward. No choice but to lengthen the heart up. If you have more space, thumbs catch the outside of your heels. But make sure it's the hips pressing forward. Head drops back. Throat is exposed and vulnerable, and you breathe. Big breath here. Stay for the exhale. In slow motion, hands find the low back. Carefully rise up. Mindful if you're a little dizzy, that's okay. Hands come down. You find your bearings again. And then you allow the very top of your head to look for the ground. So not your forehead, your hairline, the top. Tuck your chin a lot and let the head come down. Now, if you can reach your heels and hold on to them, keep the crown of the head grounded, shoulders super round, and just kind of picking up your tailbone to stretch the whole back body. The counter stretch for the cervical spine. We're going to release from the camel. And you'll start to release, walk the hands forward. And then either from your tabletop or resetting in a down dog, we're going to set up a half pigeon. So you'll kind of shift back. We'll start with the right leg. The right leg will rise. The knee is going to draw forward towards your wrist and kick the ankle forward so that your shin lands. And then kind of walk your left foot back. Now here's where I said if you've got a block or a pillow, you might drop it underneath that right hip. Because if you have to ground the hip by shifting your weight all the way to the right, it's not as effective. Right, so prop it up and you'll feel this drawing up and in of the hips. Look for that sensation in the outer right hip. Keep rolling the left hip bone toward the ground. And if you have the space, the forearms might come down. You might make a little pillow with your hands, or you might be able to rest the chest down. If it doesn't work, that's okay. Just swing the left leg forward and take your right ankle to hook on top. Stay seated, hands behind you for support. And you'll still feel that stretch for the outer right hip, which is what we're looking for. And so take this where you need it to be and adjust as much as you need. There's no rush to drop in. You want to make sure that you're able to really surrender in the shape. That might even look like turning your palms up as you extend the arms and fully let go here.
And watch how you play. They don't understand, and so we're running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hands.
Making sure you're staying really close to your breath here.
Around me as we tumble to the ground, and then you say, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around.
This is your chance to explore the space and check in, right? How are you? Sometimes when we don't acknowledge how we are, or explore it, or say it, or accept it, it tends to kind of build up like sediment that then drops and settles at the bottom of a lake. And that's your hips. It's this big lake that collects and holds all of this gunk. So you can think of this shape, this stretch, this hold as this work to excavate the junk. And all of this stuff that's been settled and left. So you dig deep, keep the breath flowing and moving, and do the work. We've got about 2 full breaths here. Big inhale. Stay for the exhale, let it flow out. And press yourself back up. Now it might feel good to sort of tuck the back toes, lengthen the right leg back. With setting into the left side, however you'd like. Knee pulls forward. Kick the ankle forward, land the shin. And start to let the right leg reach back. Let the outer left hip ground. Block, pillow, floor. Left heel can be as close to you as you need. If you're really leaning to the left, come back through center, cross the hips. Find your half pigeon. The option is still there to sweep the right leg forward and then hook the left ankle on top. Your couple of moments here to dig deep, to excavate and see what comes up. Let yourself fully be here for it. Where are you able to let go and soften? Dig in. Where's your breath? Let it flow. Your last 2 breaths. Big, full, deep breath. When it's time to come up, hands prop you back, neutral. 3-legged dog is an option, or you might just draw the back leg forward. However you then find your way to your back, let yourself roll down. And maybe the knees draw in. Happy baby is an option, grabbing the feet or the shins, exploring length, sensation, these final few moments. Knowing if you're ready to just settle into stillness, Shavasana is here for you. You allow your legs to just sort of splay out, drop out. Palms are up and open. And in this moment, can you accept and observe and love exactly who you are? How you're feeling, what's come up. All of it is you. You breathe in, you fill up with that love, that compassion for yourself. You exhale some more of that stuff that you don't need. And you rest. Shavasana. Allow your body to remain still. And notice the flow of your breath. Big in through the nose, your belly, your back, your chest. And as you exhale, softness through your body. It's full release. Allow yourself again this opportunity to just check in, to ask yourself, how are you? This little inquiry that maybe you don't really get a chance to explore. And beyond that exploration is just this acceptance of all that you are. You start to wiggle out the toes, the fingers, bring life back into your physical body. Roll your wrists and your ankles. If it looks like a full stretch that wakes you back up, these movements that start to get bigger and eventually peel you up into a comfortable seat. And then as you arrive, eyes closed. You take a big roll of the shoulders up toward the ears and let them lower back down. Breath in to sweep the arms up. Turn the palms out and down like a T. Exhale, press them down. And inhale, palms together at your heart. And you pause here. Gratitude for every little thing that makes up who you are. I'm going to take your thumb knuckles to your third eye. We'll take a big breath in, big breath out. In honor of all that you are, we bow to one another and say, Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you soon.